The Lord is my shepherd. I am never alone. I am never forgotten. I am always in his care. Even before this day began, he was watching over me. Before I opened my eyes, his love surrounded me. Before I spoke my first word, he already knew every thought in my heart. He understands my fears. He knows my hopes. He sees the hidden battles that no one else can see. He knows the tears I never showed. He knows the prayers I whispered when nobody was listening. He knows the dreams I almost gave up on. And still, he stays beside me. The shepherd never leaves his sheep. He walks ahead. He walks behind. He walks beside them. His presence is constant. His love never grows weak. His mercy never runs dry. Today, take a quiet breath. Slow your racing thoughts. Let your heart become still. Listen carefully. Not to the noise of the world, not to fear, not to worry. Listen to the gentle voice of the shepherd. His voice is not loud. It is peaceful. It is calm. It brings hope. It reminds us that we belong to him. There are many voices in this world. Some speak fear. Some speak doubt. Some speak anger. Some speak confusion. But the shepherd speaks life. He speaks peace. He speaks truth. He reminds us that we are loved beyond measure. Psalm 23 has comforted people for thousands of years. Children have learned its words. Parents have prayed it over their families. Grandparents have whispered it before going to sleep. People have spoken it during joyful seasons. Others have held tightly to it during painful nights. Its message has never grown old, because God never changes. His faithfulness remains the same. Generation after generation, he continues to lead his people. When life becomes uncertain, the shepherd stays certain. When the road becomes dark, becomes our light. When strength begins to fail, his strength becomes enough. Sometimes we think we must carry every burden by ourselves. We believe we must solve every problem. We believe we must understand every answer. But sheep do not guide themselves. They trust their shepherd. And we are invited to trust the Lord. Not because we understand everything, but because he understands everything. His wisdom reaches beyond time. He sees tomorrow. He sees next year. He sees the entire journey. We only see today. Yet today is enough. Because today, the shepherd is with us. The Lord is my shepherd. These words are deeply personal. Not simply a shepherd, my shepherd. He knows my name. He knows your name. He calls each one of us personally. He does not confuse one sheep for another. Each life matters. Each story matters. Each prayer matters. You are not lost in a crowd. You are seen. You are known. You are deeply loved. Sometimes life feels heavy. Responsibilities grow. Bills arrive. Relationships become difficult. Health becomes uncertain. The future feels unclear. Questions multiply. Answers seem delayed. Yet the shepherd remains calm. He has never been surprised by our circumstances. Nothing catches him off guard. Nothing is too difficult for him. Nothing is beyond his reach. He gently says, "Stay close to me." That invitation changes everything. When we stay close, fear begins to lose its power. When we stay close, hope begins to grow again. When we stay close, peace quietly enters our hearts. The shepherd does not promise a life without storms, but he promises we will never face them alone. That promise is enough. There is comfort in knowing that God is present, even when we cannot feel him. Faith is not always about emotions. Sometimes faith simply says, "Lord, I trust you anyway." Trust opens the door to peace. Trust reminds us that God is still working, even when nothing seems to change, even when prayers seem delayed, even when waiting feels long. The shepherd is never late. His timing is perfect. His plans are filled with wisdom. His love never fails. He leads us beside still waters. Think about still water for a moment. It is quiet. It is gentle. It reflects the sky. It brings rest. Our souls long for that kind of peace. The world offers constant noise. News never stops. Problems never stop. Opinions never stop. But God invites us into stillness. In stillness, our hearts remember who He is. In stillness, our fears become smaller. In stillness, His voice becomes clearer. He restores my soul. Those words carry healing. Sometimes our bodies become tired. Sometimes our minds become tired. Sometimes our hearts become tired. The shepherd understands every kind of weariness. He never becomes impatient with exhausted people. Instead, He offers rest, real rest, the kind that reaches deep inside, the kind that renews hope, the kind that reminds us we can keep walking. God specializes in restoration. He restores broken dreams. He restores wounded hearts. He restores damaged relationships according to His will. He restores courage. He restores joy. He restores peace. Nothing is impossible for Him. Sometimes restoration happens quickly. Sometimes it takes time. Either way, the shepherd never abandons His work. He finishes what He begins. He walks patiently with us. Every step matters. Every lesson matters. Every season has purpose. Even the difficult seasons, especially the difficult seasons. Because often, it is during those moments that we discover how faithful God truly is. He never wastes our pain. He never ignores our tears. He gathers every prayer. He remembers every cry. Is hidden from Him. Nothing is forgotten. The shepherd knows the path ahead. Even when the road bends, even when the valley grows dark, even when we cannot see beyond the next step, He already knows the way. Many times we ask, Lord, where are You? Yet all along, He is asking us to keep following. Not because the path is easy, but because He is faithful. Faith grows one step at a time, not one giant leap, just one faithful step, then another and another. Every sunrise is another reminder. God has not finished with you. Your story is still being written. Your purpose is still alive. Your calling still matters. You may feel unnoticed. You may feel forgotten. You may feel overlooked. But heaven sees you. The shepherd sees you. He knows the burdens you carry, the conversations that broke your heart, the disappointment you never spoke about, the nights when sleep would not come, the mornings when you smiled, even though your heart was hurting. He saw every moment. He never turned away. He never stopped caring. His love remains steady. Human love sometimes changes. People make promises they cannot keep. People leave. People disappoint us. People misunderstand us. But God's love is different. His promises remain. His faithfulness remains. His kindness remains. His mercy remains. When everything around us changes, He stays the same. He is the shepherd yesterday. He is the shepherd today. He will be the shepherd forever. That is why we can rest. Not because life is perfect, but because our shepherd is perfect. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Notice that He leads. He does not force. He invites. He guides. Sometimes we want shortcuts. Sometimes we want quick answers. Sometimes we want easy roads. But the shepherd chooses the right path. Not always the easiest path, but always the best one. There are roads that look beautiful, yet they end in sorrow. There are roads that seem difficult, yet they lead to blessing. Only the shepherd knows the difference. That is why His guidance matters. Every day, we face choices. Small choices, large choices, words to speak, actions to take, people to trust, dreams to pursue. The shepherd offers wisdom. His word becomes a lamp. His truth becomes direction. His spirit gently reminds us where to walk. Following him requires humility. It means saying, "Lord, your way is better than mine." Those words are not weakness, they are strength, because God's understanding reaches far beyond ours. He sees what we cannot. He protects us from dangers we never notice. Sometimes we thank him for blessings we receive. One day, we may also thank him for prayers he did not answer, because he knew what we did not know. He protected us in ways we never realized. Many closed doors were acts of love. Many delays became hidden blessings. Many disappointments became divine protection. Only eternity will reveal everything God has done for us. Until then, we keep trusting. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Notice something beautiful. The verse does not say we stay in the valley. It says we walk through it. The valley is not our home. It is a season. Seasons change. Pain changes. Storms pass. Dark nights eventually give way to morning. Keep walking. Do not build your life inside the valley. The shepherd is leading you through it. Sometimes valleys feel endless. The days become heavy. The silence feels long. Hope seems distant. Yet every step forward matters. Even slow progress is still progress. The shepherd never rushes his sheep. He walks at the pace they can follow. He understands weakness. He understands grief. He understands healing. He understands that some wounds need time. He remains patient. He never says, "Hurry." Instead he says, "Stay close." Those words bring peace. Fear loses its strength when we remember who walks beside us. Fear often imagines tomorrow. Faith remembers today. Today, God is with us. Today, his grace is enough. Today, his mercy is new. Today, his strength is available. We do not need tomorrow's strength today. We simply need today's grace. And today's grace is enough. For you are with me. Those simple words change everything. God does remove every difficulty immediately. Sometimes he changes us while we walk through it. His presence becomes our greatest gift. Think about the difference between receiving directions from someone far away and walking beside someone who knows the road. God does not simply point toward the destination. He walks beside us. Every step, every breath, every tear, every victory, every struggle, he is there. His presence is not based on our feelings. Some days we feel close to God, other days we feel distant. But his promise never changes. He remains near, even when emotions change, even when circumstances change, even when faith feels small. A tiny seed of faith is still faith. The shepherd honors sincere trust. He never rejects those who come to him. He welcomes them, again and again. His arms remain open. His heart remains compassionate. His patience never runs out. Your mistakes have not surprised him. Your failures have not shocked him. Your weaknesses have not pushed him away. He already knew them, yet he still chose to love you. That is grace. Grace is receiving love we did not earn. Grace is receiving mercy when we deserve judgment. Grace is God saying, "I will walk with you." That promise gives courage. Not courage because we are strong, but courage because he is faithful. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. The shepherd carried both. The rod protected, the staff guided. Both were expressions of love. Sometimes God protects us. Sometimes he redirects us. Both are blessings. Protection keeps us safe. Correction keeps us close. A loving shepherd does both. There are moments when we do not understand his correction, but later, we realize it saved us. A child may not understand why a loving parent says no. Later, wisdom becomes clear. So it is with God. His wisdom is higher. His vision is greater. His love is deeper. Every act of guidance comes from His goodness. He is never cruel. He is never careless. He is always loving, always present, always enough. And because of that, we can keep walking. One peaceful step at a time. One faithful prayer at a time. One quiet day at a time. Knowing that wherever the shepherd leads, His goodness is already waiting there.